Welcome everybody. Welcome to this this live stream that was unscheduled. That's the word I'm looking for, unscheduled. Man. And I haven't been up long. I worked the night shift, so I woke up about an hour ago and woke up to some crazy news on my phone, and I was wanting to share it here. Usually I try to do a live show on Saturdays at 8:30 if I can. This past Saturday I couldn't do it. We were out of town, and so while we were gone, I went ahead and did the Guitar Center video at Charleston. Let me rephrase that. Take that back. There was people in the comments that said that's North Charleston, so I got to make sure I'm getting that right. So, and that was good. That was good. I appreciate everybody commenting on the videos, and to all the new subscribers, man, thank you so much for taking the time to comment and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Really, thank you so much. That's awesome. You can't ask for nothing better than that. So I really appreciate everybody taking the time to do that. Tomorrow, I will do a guitar store video or / review. It is going to be another local shop. I got off the phone with the owner about, 40 minutes ago and asked if it was okay if I were to come there and film. He was kind of on the fence a little bit, I think. But he seemed like a really, really super nice guy, and totally understand his apprehension because when somebody calls you up and says, hey, can I come to your store and film, for my YouTube channel, they're kind of like, what? And so I had to kind of explain a little bit what it is that I do. And, and I just like, I'm going to tell y'all, like I told him, the whole point of me doing these videos, these guitar shop reviews, is just to see the difference between a big chain, Guitar Center, whoever, against an independent shop. I mean, I think for me so far, and I've been to plenty of guitar shops, I just haven't, recorded in there. But to me, you're going to get a lot more attention in an independent shop as opposed to the other avenue of that, the other side of that coin, I guess, most of the time. And plus, I like to promote local businesses around here if I can with doing the guitar store reviews. I think that's a good thing. I think it's important to support the local shop. So we will be visiting another location tomorrow. My friend Ralph might be joining me on that trip. I'm not quite sure. I told him a couple of days ago that once that gets confirmed, I would send him a message, and if he wanted to join me, he could. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he can. Just have a good time together when he can join. So let's see here. I'm just trying to get some of these things out of the way before we get started. We got some comments coming in already. That's really cool. Let's see. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I know this is an odd time of day, man. Everybody's at work, and I am here doing a live stream, so hopefully the people can watch on the replay. Let me see here. Is that Randall? Let's see, Randall. Let's see. Thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. Give him a round of applause. Let me highlight this comment. Randall Vandergriff. I hope I'm saying your name properly. I recently got an expensive made in China Hagstrom Viking 2 and Sunburst used in great condition for $399. It was over $1,000 new. Wow. That's awesome, man. That is a great deal for a used Hagstrom. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. That's awesome, man. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Zeke, hey man, how are you? Zeke, yeah, we're going to get into this. He says, Joe, well, you know something, brother? I'm devastated by Ozzy and Hulk Hogan's passing. In honor of Hogan, I'm going to be talking like him for about a week, calling everybody brother. Listen, brother. Yeah, that is horrible. That's exactly something else I was going to get into on this live stream as well. It's just horrible. You know, they say that it comes in threes, you know. That's what I've always heard. I'm sure that's just a superstition, but man, the first passing I heard about was Malcolm Jamar Warner. He was famous for playing Theo Huxtable on the Cosby Shadies. He died of accidental drowning, from what I read. Absolutely horrible. And then of course Ozzy. I mean, my God, Ozzy passed away. And then, I woke up to see that Hogan had passed. I think he was 71. I want to say. Mr. William De Silva is here. Hey. How are you, sir? And let me see if I can share screen and we'll start talking about that, because I was just absolutely shocked. I always loved Hulk Hogan, man. Always. So let me bounce around here for a second. And I have to add this to the scene. And then we have to go right here. And let me go back to this tab. Okay, this is from CNN. I don't know the full details, so that's why I wanted to bring it up here and share it with others. Hulk in his prime right there. Oh, man. Okay. Let me go back up for a second. Okay, professional wrestler Terry Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan, died on Thursday at age 7, according to WWE. Bollea is widely recognized as the biggest wrestler star of all time and helped WWE become the behemoth that it is today. Wow, 71. That's not old, and by today's standards, it's not. Let's see. The city of Clearwater, Florida, said in a statement that police and fire personnel were dispatched to Bollea's home after a report of an individual in cardiac arrest. Bollea was treated by fire and rescue crews when they arrived and was transported to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Man, oh man, oh man. And there is a post from Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, which we have always loved these sound bites of Flair. Woo! He's a absolute icon as well. And I'm shocked. Thank God that Ric Flair is still here, but man, it's all these legends are leaving, man, of all types of entertainment. It's incredible. Ric Flair says that I'm absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend, Hulk Hogan. Hulk has been by my side since we started in the wrestling business, an incredible athlete, talent, friend, and father. Our friendship has meant the world to me. He was always there for me. Incredible. Absolutely a sad day in the wrestling world for sure. Let's see if I can spotlight this again. Just crazy. It was just absolutely crazy when I saw that. I always was a huge fan of Hulk Hogan, man, when I was growing up. And yeah. Let's see. Let's get back to the chat really quick. If you feel like participating, please do. We're going to be live for about an hour here, and then I'll have to leave. Got to go to work, man. Let's see. Bozy comments. He says that there's conspiracy theorists out there saying Malcolm Jamar Warner was Yeah, I can't say the word on this live stream, the M word, but I don't buy it. I can't say either way. I don't know. It's sad. And he was a year younger than me, Malcolm Jamar Warner. I thought he was older than me. But yeah, he's that's sad. I think I talked to my mom last night when I was going down the road in the big truck, and she said that I think Malcolm and his family were on vacation, and he was out in the ocean, and a riptide come and got him and another person. And for what she told me, the other person is in serious or critical condition in the hospital. It's like, my God. Yeah, that water, man, that current will get you if you're not careful. Randall comments, Terry was a wrestler I watched growing up. I got wrestling belts in my house. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, my son, he just turned 35 a couple of weeks ago, and he's always been a huge wrestling fan. I remember when in the 90s, in the the Attitude Era for WWE, we would watch that when The Rock and all was famous and everything else, and of course Hulk Hogan would come out there from a time or two. But my son knows everything there is to know about wrestling. I was in it for a little bit, watching it, and I got out of it. Mr. William De Silva says, steroids take their toll. Hogan was my hero growing up. Yeah, man. Same here. I just always loved his charisma. And I mean, the first time I saw him, that really, stuck in my mind was that on, what was it, Rocky 3? Yeah, Rocky 3. And Thunder Lips. He came out there, Thunder Lips, and threw Rocky across all over the ring and about killed him. And yeah, it was funny, man, because he was told with the federation he was with then, if he did that movie, he'd be fired. And he said, okay, I quit. Okay, Bozik. He says, the rumor is that I'm assuming he's talking about Hogan, I guess, had a neck surgery that didn't go well. Rumor also was that he was in bad shape after that, but his publicist denied it. Turns out it might be true. Now, is that Hogan or Malcolm Jamar Warner? I don't know. Let's see. Mr. William De Silva comments. Let's see. Oh yeah, watching him body slam Andre the Giant was epic. Yeah, I've looked that up many times, and to hear that story, and you can get on Peacock and you watch all those WrestleManias, and I think that was WrestleMania 3, and so I would I'd sometimes go back and watch that just to. That was the good old days, man. Let's see. Mr. De Silva said, talking about Malcolm Jamar Warner. There were witnesses out there at the beach that watched him the way you understand it. I understand it. Oh, the way he understands it. Okay, wow. That's, yeah, that's horrible. That's just absolutely horrible. I've always just kind of been really careful about when I go into the water. I never have been a really good swimmer. And so let's see. I'm trying to get this comment scroll to work. Bozik. He says heart attack might be from the complications from the neck surgery. It could be, man, from what I understand, and I'm not a professional with anything, but the older you get and you have surgeries, that's more trauma to your body, and it's the risk goes up a lot more. Mr. William De Silva says Hulk Hogan lived a hard, fast life. Yeah, it's I'm telling you. Yeah, all the old school wrestlers did, yeah. Yeah, it's sad, very sad. I was still a huge Hulk Hogan fan. I can imagine all the tributes that are going to be issued out today on social media. Mr. De Silva says probably a combination of all that, surgery and age. Yeah. Those old school guys, man, to get to that elite cream of the crop, the training they had to go through was incredible. If you, what's that? Oh man, there's a thing about Ric Flair that's out. What is it? I even bought it. I'm trying to think of the name. Oh man, and it's about Ric Flair's story and what he went through. It's incredible. It was like boot camp almost. The school he went to train. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. De Silva says, I love wrestling as a youngster, especially Hogan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Mr. Randall comments, Elvis Presley played the same Hagstrom. So I wanted one of the reissue because Elvis played it on 68 Comeback Special, 335 style. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. I always wondered what guitar that was he played on that. Because I haven't watched the 68 Comeback Special in many years, but I remember when he was sitting up there playing, and I just assumed it was a Gibson, but it wasn't. It was a Hagstrom, I guess, if I'm saying that right. I could be completely pronouncing that wrong, but there's Pooh Ninja. Hey, man. Pooh Ninja says, a childhood friend of mine was close to the Hart family. Wrestling has so many sad stories. It does. Yes, Bozique says, yeah, Joe, I was commenting on Hogan with the possibly botched neck surgery. Thank you. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, man. My goodness. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Bret Hart. Yeah, he's still... I've seen interviews with him. I guess it was in the UK on stage doing something, and I don't know if he's just really bitter or I don't know, man. I think he got really done wrong in the WWE in his day. Let's see here. Pooh Ninja says, my friend used to reminisce about the Hart brothers picking him up and tossing him like a toy, but always gently. Man, I couldn't imagine being in that ring, getting tossed around or slammed. That's, oh my God. Hey, you got to be tough to do that kind of thing, man. I mean, you got to be tough. I couldn't do it. I'll just stay over here as a spectator. Mr. De Silva says, sad week for sure. Two absolute legends we've lost. Yes, absolutely. It sure has been, man. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Charlie S. How are you doing, sir? Charlie, hope you're doing good, man. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Really nice. Oh, man. I hope I can pronounce this name right. What's going on, man? Oops. It jumped on me. A cater? I hope I'm saying that right, man. Let me show your comment again. New gear day for me. Just got in a Soldano Astro 20. It's an awesome amp. Congratulations, man. New gear day for Decatur. That's awesome. That's always a cool deal. New gear is always fun. This is my Fender Strat that I did the video on the other day, the Fender American Special 2010, I believe. And oh my gosh, I love that guitar. I love that guitar. Man, it plays so good. I was so thankful that everything went smooth. You know, when you buy from Reverb, not only do you hope... Well, first thing that I do, of course, is look at the reviews of the seller, right? And you want to make sure that those are good. And so when I got this, it was... you know, I was like, man, that's a great price. I hope there's nothing wrong with it, you know. And it turned out it was fine, you know. I've only had one sour experience on Reverb. And it's nothing against Reverb. They didn't do anything. It was the seller, man. He was kind of shady, man. You know, I got a guitar. Sorry. Popping my fingers. Got a guitar, and the electronics were not good. And I had to have all the electronics taken out and have all, man, I bought new pickups, a new 3-way switch, a new output jack. And I put a lot more money into that guitar. And currently that guitar is on my Reverb store now for sale. I can't believe it's still sitting up there. That guitar is incredible. It's the Relict EVH Bumblebee Wolfgang Special. And yeah, fantastic. That was only kind of negative experience on Reverb, and I was like, man, that guy, I tell you, something else. Let's see. Putin just says that Astroverb was the best amp I've ever played. Beautiful, clean, and that famous Soldano saturated gain. I've never played a Soldano amp. I know Eddie was using them before his own brand, his own line. You know, his own line of amps. I know he was doing Soldanos, and there was something else he was using too. I can't remember. But I would love to try a Soldano one day. Because when I play, man, I like to use, I just like high gain amps. I don't want to sit there and use like a Fender, a Fender Tweed amp or something. It's just not going to work for me. So I like something that's got some kick to it. That's just me. But when I was at that Guitar Center in Charleston over the weekend, they had some pretty good selection of amps. But let's see. Speaking of Guitar Center, let's get into this right here. This is something that blew my mind. And rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. And my condolences to his family. Let's see. Let me spotlight this. And here we go. Let me hop back over here. Let me make sure it's posting on the main page here. Can y'all see that? Okay. All right. Guitar Center employee allegedly charged over $5,000 to credit cards that belong to rude customers. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This is according to Guitarist, Guitar World, and Guitarist. All right, let's see. 18-year-old employee, I guess he's an ex-employee now. The 18-year-old reportedly chose customers who were rude to him, used foul language, and made situations bad for him as his victims. Holy crap. Let's see, where did this take place? A Guitar Center employee from Ohio has admitted that he copied a customer's credit card and used it to make personal purchases that were charged to that account. The theft, which was reported by Cleveland.com, was flagged by the customer after he noted that a transaction was made at the store that he did not recognize. Aside from this specific case, the employee allegedly charged $5,087 to credit cards that belonged to two other customers, with the 18-year-old stating he chose customers who were rude to him and used foul language and made situations bad for him as victims. This is just unbelievable. Wow. The report does not clarify whether further action was taken by Guitar Center or the victims against the employee. With this case coming amidst increasing challenges for guitar stores and chains to survive in the face of stiff competition from the online musical instrument market and rising costs. Oh, man. This is the other story I want to tell you. This is what got me too. Let me see here. Let me keep reading on if you don't mind. According to Guitar Center CEO Gabe Dalporto, the key to increasing foot traffic and consequently sales, in part, to instill within the workforce a renewed sense of pride in Guitar Center stores. The CEO even went as far as to inspect a store in Connecticut and to go out of his way to ensure the store's cleanliness is maintained. I went into the bathroom and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. So I went to the operations manager and I said, give me a mop and some cleaning supplies and I'm going to clean this, he tells Guitar World in an upcoming interview. This is the CEO of Guitar Center saying this, right? He goes on to say, I scrubbed the bathroom and made it spotless, and I had someone videotape me, and then I had it sent out to the entire system. What? Oh, man. And there's comments down here. There are some comments. Let me see. Let's see. Max 317. This was 6 hours ago. He says, I must be the odd one out because my experiences at my local Guitar Center and Fredericksburg, Virginia, has only been positive. I've bought 5 guitars from them. And through the years, they've been very helpful, knowledgeable. Perhaps they should look at this store as a model. Okay, that's one comment. Let's see. Chicken Lips 2007 comments. I don't want to hear anything about the CEO finding the GC bathroom unacceptable, so he cleaned it himself. The truth is, each salesperson rotates being a janitor for the GC bathrooms. You heard it right. GC doesn't have a contract with a cleaning company. Rather, they use their commission sales personnel to clean the bathroom. The CEO should not be surprised that the bathroom was dirty. All right. I get ready to read the live chat when I get done with this. Let's see. Jay Butler Music comments, for all the people pissed at the employees are pissed too. The corporation, keeps constantly changing what they want people to do, setting unrealistic expectations, and refuses to give staff any of the tools or training, no matter how much they say it will, and keeps every store understaffed and underpaid so they can line their pockets before it all collapses. I'm telling you, man. I'll give my opinions here in just a second. C-Lent, is that? They don't care about their customers. They require 24-hour notice for a lesson, canceling or forfeit a lesson, but they can cancel time and time again 5 minutes before the lesson starts. They really don't care if you drove half an hour to get there. Has happened countless times over 18 months. Wow. let's see, this guy, Mike C says, and I just love to read what people have to say. Mike C says, buying a guitar at Guitar Center is like buying gas station sushi. Shop local. There you go, man. And this comes in from Taylor's mom, 33. Guitar Center is decent. Both my kids take lessons there, and that's where we buy their instruments. Even though they're more expensive, the employees are minimum wage. So they're minimum wage quality. Our card has been overcharged so many times that we have enough credits for my daughter's lessons for months. They rarely answer the phone. And this guy responds, Guitar Center's decent? Oh. Let's see. What is that time? Tim's gaming address, I think. Is that what this is? He says that perhaps a missing part of this conversation might be empowering employees to be able to shape and store culture. I have seen friends quit these positions having been unable to set boundaries with repeat, obnoxious, confrontational, and SH customers. Okay, it is difficult. It's a difficult line to keep customers happy and protecting staff, but staff need to be adequately supported, or these types of incidents will occur. As a response, oh man, that's sad that somebody would. I can't believe that dude did that, man, because he was pissed off. That's crazy. Crazy. So he got mad and charged people's credit cards for his own benefit. So if I read that properly, he had just the two separate charges they noted there. That's over $10,000. That's got to be a felony. I'm sure Guitar Center would prosecute. I mean, Guitar Center is a big outfit. Let's see. Let's get to the comment section here. Let me catch up on some comments. We were talking about reverb and buying gear on reverb, sold down to amps, and let's see what they say here. Acator says, yeah, I got this amp off reverb, found some great deals on there, only had one scam on reverb. Made it right, so no complaints. That's good. Yeah, I love reverb, man. I do a lot of shopping on reverb. Yeah, Mr. De Silva, speaking of the young man that committed the fraud and charged people's cars, he goes, how do you think you're not going to get caught? Well, he didn't. He was just, he didn't think about the outcome. That's just unacceptable, man. And that just puts another bad look on Guitar Center. You got that young man that charged those fees or whatever he bought on his own with other people's credit card information. You got the CEO going in there cleaning a bathroom. That's I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I think that's kind of odd. I'm like, what? I would have went in there and said, look, this, first of all, in my opinion, he needs to go around every store and do an inspection and kind of whip things into shape. I think. I mean, he's the CEO, man. And if stuff ain't right, you get on the manager of that store and say, look, I want this taken care of right now. Let's go get busy. I don't care if y'all have to stay after work. I want this stuff done. And another thing, though, is I do agree with that one woman's comment that they get paid, I'm sure, minimum wage or right there around that line of pay or rate of pay. So they're not going to go out of their way to do a lot. That's just how it is these days. That's just how it is. Nobody, I mean, just go to your local fast food place, man. It's everywhere you go. Let's see. He caters. Whoop, my phone fell. That scared the fire out of me, man. Let's see. A caterer says, yeah, that's not a very bright criminal. No, he's, it's not. That's really, really stupid, you know. Let's see here. A caterer comments again. He says that Guitar Center in Asheville, North Carolina, and Spartanburg have been good for me in the past. Not all GC stores, Guitar Center stores, are the same. That's true. And to me, from my personal opinion, that comes down to management. If you have a good manager or, somebody with a good work ethic, I think that'll come through in the store. And if it don't, get rid of your staff and hire new people, and you just have to start the process all over again. But, and the vibe inside the work area has a lot to do with it too, and it's also, in my opinion, how you treat somebody. If you treat somebody good and with respect, and hopefully the employees will exhibit that to customers, and make it a good place to come to work. Guitar Center should be a great place to work. It should be. I mean, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in a guitar store. Guitar Center wasn't around in my area at the time when I was growing up. Eventually, of course, they did, but I wanted to work at a guitar store when I was growing up. I was like, man, that'd be a dream job, man. And then when I got older, I realized they didn't make much money. And that was an independent store. That was a store called Reliable Music, and it was huge in Charlotte at the time. The building wasn't that big, but when you went inside, it was just like, whoa, it was incredible. And a lot of musicians from that time period stopped there, because you could see all the black and white photos, like, the promotional photos people have taken. They would be there, and they would autograph it, and there'd be pictures of the staff with all these different guitar players of the day, man, and be all over the walls. So Guitar Center Reliable Music back then was a great store. And so that made me want to possibly work there. And I was like, I got older, I said, nope, they don't make no money. Not enough for me. Bozique, I'm sure that will never beat the story from a few years ago where a guy who embezzled $37,000 from his grandma's retirement to buy 17 Les Pauls, or the guy in the VH t-shirt who robbed banks. Goodness gracious alive. I just never understood why somebody would stoop to being a thief or doing something like that. I just never understood that. Crazy. Bloody Soup, hey man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. A cater. I hope I'm saying that right. He makes a comment. He says, wasn't there a news story from about a year ago where a Guitar Center employee found a bunch of drugs in a used amp that someone sold to him? I do not know, man. I have no idea. That's oh my God. That sounds like a deal that went south. And I'm sure he wasn't supposed to do that. And it makes me wonder if, I'm sure they called the law and got that guy's information. I'm sure he probably went to jail. That's man, that's one thing I can say. I've only traded a Guitar Center one time. That was, it's on this channel. If you go back, man, it's probably 3 or 4 years ago. Let's see. Probably 4 years ago now, I guess. And I recorded the whole thing and put it on the channel. And I took a 50s road-worn Telly Fender, went to Guitar Center to trade. There was an Ibanez RG. It was a chlorine burst, and it was on sale, and I didn't have the money to go to just buy it outright. And so I traded this 50s Fender road-worn Telly. It was $1,000 guitar, man. I had it for maybe a year. And I just couldn't bond with that guitar. I kind of wish I still had it today, but anyway, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, they say. But and I went to Guitar Center to trade for that Ibanez. That Ibanez was on sale. I think it was on sale for $4.99. I think, yeah. And it was normally $5.99, and they were running a special that week on particular guitars that were hanging on the rack. So I took that road-worn Telly up there to trade, the one here in Greenville, the Guitar Center. But where I messed is I called and talked to somebody first and told them what I was wanting to do, and so they knew, oh, he wants that guitar really bad, so if he's wanting to trade, well, we're going to... That's what I felt. I could be totally wrong, but I'll let y'all guess how much you think they gave me for that trade. $1,000 guitar, trading in for a guitar that's $4.99, an Ibanez. How much you think Guitar Center gave me for that 50s road-worn Telly, $1,000 guitar, and excellent guitar? How much you think they gave me for that? We'll see if anybody can take a guess. We have, is that Live to Play Guitar? Hey, man, how are you? Live to Play Guitar says, I like your channel and your positive attitude, and your playing is great. Man, thank you, man. Thank you. That is very kind. Thank you very much, man. That's super nice. Welcome to the chat. And, yeah, if for all the new subscribers, again, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. And I've been doing YouTube for probably 13 or 14 years, but I just never have had time to do a lot of content like I would like because of my work schedule. That's why I'm doing this odd live stream right now. But thank God for, you know, people can watch on the replay. But thank you, all the new subscribers. I'm very, very touched. Thank you. And that's very kind. Let's see, Bloody Soup. Yeah, we're talking about Hulk Hogan passing away. We're talking about Soldano Amps. We're talking about Guitar Center. A young man that worked there charged over $10,000 in fees to customers that were rude to him. The Guitar Center CEO went into a bathroom and cleaned it and got it spotless. And I guess he's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do with that. I guess set an example. We got all kind of things talking about. Bloody Soup. Hey, man, he says, the Hulkster and McMahon giving each other leg drops and flying elbows up in the big sky. Yeah. Man. Let's see. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Welcome. Is that Slimfire? I got that. I'm saying that right? Slimfire 54. He goes, hey, y'all. I've been to the Guitar Center in Orlando, Florida, and one in Richmond, Virginia, and both stores treated me right. Great channel, Joe. Thank you, Slimfire. Man, thank you. Slimfire 54. Thank you, sir. Well, I'm glad that you were treated right, and I just want people to know on this live stream that I'm not here to dog out Guitar Center or, you know, throw them in the toilet or anything. That's not what I'm out to do. I'm just out to share my experiences as a customer along with my experiences with independent stores. So I don't want to give the wrong impression here. I mean, I love Guitar Center. I'm thankful there's a store like Guitar Center around that you can go and pick up a guitar and play it. And, you know, it's I mean, it's one of the only places we have left as far as a big box store, if you will, where people can get together and you can just get a guitar off the rack and you can play. Now, it's not going to be set up for the most part, and you're probably going to have to spend 10 minutes tuning it up, especially if it has a Floyd Rose on it or whatever. Now, that's been my experiences. But like I said, when I went to Lonely Hound Guitar Company a couple of weeks ago, that was incredible. There was all the guitars were in tune. There was no strings broke. There was no knobs missing. And I'm definitely going to go back to that store soon. Definitely. And it was just a great atmosphere. But like I said, I am going to another guitar store tomorrow. I think it's called Eastside Guitars and Drums. And the reason that I am going there is there was a couple of comments on that Lonely Hound video that suggested going to Eastside Guitars and Drums. So that's why I'm going there. I said, hey, thanks for the suggestion, and I will definitely go check it out. So we'll be going there tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to it. And let's see. Live to play guitar. He says, my next guitar is a Gold Top 50s Les Paul. My goodness gracious. My goodness. I remember when I went to that GC in Charleston, North Charleston, that they had a Gold Top there. I think it was $5,000. $5,000. Whew. Man. Bloody Soup comments. He says, I hope Guitar Center is getting better. It's been years since I've been in there. Just a little bad experience getting anyone to help me. That is usually the norm. It's sad to say that's kind of a thing that's yeah, I've had that issue. I mean, you know, thankfully when I go in there, I know if I'm looking for a certain guitar, I know what I want. And there's been times where I went to Guitar Center and there was a particular guitar that I wanted, and I saw it there, and I got it, and just to feel it, not necessarily because I know it's not set up. I just wanted to feel the neck and everything. I did that, played it for a minute, or tried to play it, and I put it back, and then I went to Sweetwater and ordered it. Why did I do that? Well, because Sweetwater has their stuff set up for the most part. They have the 55-point inspection, and not as many hands have been on that instrument. There's only a few sets of hands that's been on that instrument, not, you know, a few hundred or whatever. Okay, let's get back to the chat. We were talking about a trade that I did about 4 or 5 years ago at Guitar Center. I took a 50s road-worn Telly to trade in. That was a $1,000 guitar to trade in on an Ibanez Chlorine Burst RG, which I still have. $1,000 guitar trading in for a $500 guitar. How much do you think Guitar Center offered me for that Telly? And the numbers are coming in. Let's see. Live to Play Guitar says $300. All right. Let's see here. Let me get this chat to move. Let's see. Mr. William De Silva says $325. Okay. Bloody Soup chimes in. He says $350. All right. Let's see. Oh, man. Echoplex, thank you, man. He just became a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, man. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't never talk about that on here, but the option is down there if you want to be a member of the channel. I don't have anything to offer because I can't do a lot of content like I want. I know a lot of channels have perks and stuff. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to really offer. Just if you want to support the channel in that way, that's very awesome. Thank you so much, Decatur. Give him another round of applause. That's very kind. I think that makes 3 channel members so far. And Ted Fair, Decatur, and Bloody Soup. So thank y'all. That's very kind, man. Very kind. But they offered me to, I think it was like $365 is what they offered me for that telly. Yeah. And so I was kind of like, he's like, that's all we can offer you. And that's it. You know, that's it. Final offer. He said that right up front. That's all we can offer you. Final offer. That's it. I was like, wow. But I took it, and I still had to put some money toward the guitar, and because I bought a hard shell case as well. Bloody Soup said I had a gold top Epiphone. Epiphone. It was great to me. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Epiphones at all, man. And behind me, I know you can't see, but there's some cases stacked up next to each other in this guitar rack, guitar case holder. And I have a Epiphone in there. I think it's like I think they called it a Dirty Lemon was the name of the color, I think. And it's I think that's the name of the color. But I love it. I'm just not a big Les Paul player. I'm more of a Strat guy, but nothing against Les Pauls. They're great. I've seen some beautiful ones. For me, it just seems like a struggle to play. I don't like a thick neck on a guitar. I like a slim neck. That one's not bad back there. It's not bad. But my big pet peeve, if you will, is when you get up to the upper registers of the neck and you got the what they call it, the neck heel. I call it the speed bump. If you get up there and it's like boom, boom, and it's just, you have to kind of readjust to get, I can't stand that. That transition needs to be smooth when you're going up the neck. That's why I sold my Zakk Wylde Epiphone. That neck heel was huge. It was like a big old speed bump. And it just, I've had 2 Zakk Wylde Epiphones, and they're great looking guitars, but I want a guitar that I can play and have fun. That's what they're made to do, right? Let's see. Bozique. He says, I got to get back to work. Everybody enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, Bozique, for tuning in. Thank you, man. I don't want to take nobody away from their work and get in trouble. Please don't do that. Just, Decatur, he says that, East Side is pretty good. Super friendly staff so are you in the local area, Decatur? That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I will be there tomorrow. I guess it'll probably be about maybe between, I'd say about 2 or 2:30. I'll probably be there. And I'm going to try to take my drone and get a couple of aerial shots. I like to put that in the video. I just think that looks cool. If I'm able to do that, if it's what they call a fly zone, the way they got these things with the drone now, the DJI, they update the app every so often, and if you can't fly in that area, it'll come up on the screen, no fly zone, and you can't even start up the drone. It won't let you do anything. So hopefully I can take the drone, I can get it in there and get a couple of shots. I hope so. Bo. Hey, Bo. How are you doing, man? Thank you for being here in Tupelo, Mississippi. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Bo, for being here. Bloody Soup says, yay, Cater. Congrats. Welcome to the club. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. Okay. Let's see. Bo comments. He says, I have a Slash Appetite Les Paul and a Deluxe Gold Top. Both are awesome. Wow. Man, yeah. Like I say, I'm not putting out no hate at all for Les Pauls. I think they're beautiful. I just can't perform on them that well. I don't know. It's just different for me, but still, you know, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Oops. Let me see if I can fix this. It jumped on me there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Slimfire 54 comments. I've spent a lot of money at Sweetwater and I like how they work. And my sales tech is a big help to me making a good decision. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, my sales rep, his name is Paul, I think Eckerd. I think that's how you say his last name. If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. But he's always been super cool to me. And that's, again, you attract more with honey than you do vinegar, right? So, and I had a situation at Sweetwater one time a couple years ago that was actually kind of scary. And I had been hacked. My account had been hacked, and all these charges popped up, and it put my account in the negative and all this, and I was like, what the? So I had to, I called Sweetwater. Of course, it happened on a weekend, so I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and I finally got a hold of Sweetwater's, and they took care of it. I mean, the next business day, the money was back and in my account, and because they could, I think the way they found out that I was telling the truth was they could look at the purchase, and they can look at the IP address where it came from, and so that's how they knew I didn't order it. So they made it right. So Paul Eckerd is my sales rep. He hooked me up, and that was the right thing to do, you know. And they fixed it really, really quick. That's the thing that kept me going back to Sweetwater as well. They made it right, and you know, I've been doing business with Sweetwater for a long time anyway. But so anyway, Cater says I used to work in the Greenville area. Oh, okay, awesome, very interesting. Yeah, Greenville, I tell you, Greenville's crowded, ain't it, man? Old Greenville. Yeah, when I first moved to South Carolina, I was in Spartanburg County. Now I'm in Greenville County. Let's see. Slimfire 54. He says, "Hey Joe." His name is Chris. He's my sales rep. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I love Sweetwater. I tell you who I did business with before for over 20 years, and it was AMS, American Musical Supply. And I tell you what turned me off with them. So one day I called them up, and I just wanted to let them know that, hey man, I appreciate everything y'all do. Thanks for, you know, give them kudos, basically. I just wanted to give them some kudos. And so I called, and I said, yeah, can I speak to a manager, please? Like, yeah, sure. And you could hear the guy on the keyboard typing, you know. And so I guess he had me on speakerphone or something. And I said, I told him who I was, and I said, man, I just want to say thank you for, you know, I've been doing business with y'all for many years, and I appreciate it. Thank you for everything. And he kind of went, okay. Sitting there, he's sitting there, you know, he said, okay, is there anything else I can help you with? That was it. And I said, nope. I hung up, and that was it. And actually, I'm wearing this Z Sounds shirt when I got that Schecter blue powder, it's really a Sun Valley. I think it's a Sun Valley shredder model from Schecter. And one of my subscribers, I was looking for a name, and he put in there blue powder in the chat one. I thought that was great. So it's blue powder, and I got it from Z Sounds, and I bought this shirt. You know, they sure as heck didn't give it to me. I bought it, but that's a great guitar. Stays in tune. I did upgrade the trim on it. It had a cheap Floyd on it, so I went ahead and put a Godot trim on it, and it's stayed in tune ever since. I mean, you know, you got your little, sometimes you have to fine tune it, but for the most part, it stays in tune. And it has the Sustainiac in the neck, and that's why I bought it. Plus, I love that color. Very cool. Well, y'all, it's been a touch over an hour. I need to go. I got to eat lunch and get ready to get out of here. Thank you to everybody here. Thank you to, let me go back. There we go. Thank you to Acator for becoming a channel member. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time around. Stay tuned to the channel for another guitar store review. All right. Until then, this is Joe. Keep rocking. God bless. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.